Welcome to the AgroET website. The first thing that the user should do is log in by entering a username and a password in the window below. Once you log in, you'll come into a screen that shows a map and a number of options with a number of icons on the very far left of the screen. First icon just gives you an overview of the GUI, gives you some background. The second icon allows you to select the date for your image, select an area of interest, and then from a menu that select the actual image that you want to process. Let's get started by selecting a date. You click on the date and you get a pop-up. You can select the month. So in this case, we're going to be looking at the summer of 2020. I'm going to select July 1st, and the end date is going to be August 1st. Notice that the system automatically adds a month of data. If you decide you want to look at a different window, you would just click on that and select a smaller or longer window depending on your preference. The second aspect is you would then enter an area of interest. You can do this in multiple ways. You can upload a shapefile, you can draw a polygon, or you can draw a square or a rectangle. So it just depends. So the user can zoom out, zoom into the area. In this case, I'm going to go and identify an area in California. I can zoom in. I'm zooming in with my mouse. I can zoom in with magnifying glass icon. Then I'm going to initially select a rectangle. I select the rectangle option for area of interest, select the anchor point on the upper left corner, and then a rectangle is displayed dynamically. Once I've identified the area of interest, I click again, and now that at this point, this little icon is shown here, is shown the loading the Landsat scenes. Once that goes away, I have a pop-up list here that shows the different images that are available for the window of time of July 1st, 2020 to August 1st, 2020. I have 4 images, 2 Landsat 8 and 2 Landsat 7. 0% cloud cover and the row and path for the images. So select one of them. In this case, I selected the first one. It will load the image. It's going to create thumbnail of the image. So here is the thumbnail of the image. This image happens to be for July 21st, and the system now is extracting from CIMAS the weather data for the area of interest. Once that data is extracted, it will be displayed at the bottom of your screen. 3 weather stations were identified. I can expand or shrink the size of the weather station window. You can select or unselect a station if you don't want to use it. On the map, the user is able to see that by zooming out. So either by clicking on the minus or by using the mouse. As the user zooms out, the actual extent of the Landsat is displayed. So the gray is the extent of the Landsat, and then the actual footprint is shown. At this point, the user is able to decide if they want to use this satellite image. If so, they can run the model by either clicking on the Run AgroET or selecting the last icon on the left-hand side. The user can then zoom in into the area that they're working on, and as you can see, the system goes back to the area we were looking at the beginning. At this point, the model has the area of interest, has the weather stations. You're able to run it. To do that, select Run AgroET. Is the same thing as the last icon here, Run AgroET. At that point, the model will start running and process the image. You get a update as the model starts running. This point is processing. As it starts doing different steps, the model will display updates on the left-hand side. At this point, you can see that it gives you the version of the model that you're running, AgroET version 2.09. Start calculations, generating the cloud mask. Is clipping the Landsat image to the area of interest. Once the run is complete, the model then displays a number of layers that the user can download. You can select those layers and to download and click on. So in this case, if we want to look at the ET, this is the image name underscore ET24 raster. You can download that, and then it gives you an option to where to download it. You can do the same for all the other layers. That should give you your results. At that point, this is going to be an image file, and you can bring it in and import it into ArcGIS. The results are going to be either an image file, a TIFF, or a shapefile. You can download those to your computer, and best of luck processing images for your area of interest.